Hi guys, so some of you may or may not know, on and off stream I have been playing about with trying to get the Killer Adepts. We haven't actually done that many, I hadn't attempted them before, and Trapper being one of my more favourite killers to play as, was one of the Adepts that seems to be very elusive for me to try and get. So this is one of my attempts. I won't let you know whether I get it or not. Obviously you'll find out at the end. But I thought I'd watch it back. This was actually done off stream, so my commentary and I'm not playing right now, I'm watching myself play. So yeah, I'll try and talk you through what I was doing, and yeah, we'll sit back and eat some popcorn with this one. So I sent this to RPD. I have a lot of success with Trapper and indoor maps, but RPD is one I haven't quite found my rhythm with yet. Now, my thought process, I believe, going into this game, because this was about a week or so ago now, so it's not too fresh in my memory, but I was trying to trap up most of the doorways and pathways to try and limit their movements. This was to slow them down and potentially obviously even kill them off, because if they get trapped multiple times I can get multiple hooks and multiple kills. Now, I brought the bloody coil and the bag, so I'd start with all of them, because I don't have corrupt intervention because I'm doing the Adept. So my other thought process was I'll just walk into them and slow myself down, because the way I've spaced the traps, they're fine, you know. Me slowing down a couple of seconds just to walk through it is not a big deal. I don't know why I didn't reset that trap on the left. That was interesting. Maybe I was more interested in this trap up here. He literally waited at a pallet when he had no reason to, which is kind of weird. I don't know why he was doing that. He even kind of walked back to the pallet. I don't know whether he's got like a stun challenge or something maybe, but I did actually lose him, it looks like, there, but watching it back, I'm not sure how. But that worked out to my advantage. It was almost like a mind game. I didn't mean to do that, I'll tell you that now. That was purely accidental. Did not mean to do that in the slightest. So yeah, as you can see, all of my traps are meticulously placed in doorways, just to try and limit their movements. And this works best on Midwich. If you get the right RNG with gens, you can actually completely isolate generators, and you know exactly where the survivors are working. This one not so much, because the gens are a bit more sporadic and the doorways aren't as forgiving, but I can see that my tactic is always the same when I play indoor maps with Trapper. Try and be very strategical in cutting off at least half of the map, if not both sides. Normally I focus on one side. This attempt, however, it looks like I focused on more than one, because I have put traps on both sides. I've focused more on keeping the middle isolated, so I think that's more to stop the back and forth. Thanks for the pallet and the hit there, Yoichi. That was nice. Very generous with that pallet drop. So the bloody coil, obviously, as you probably already know, is to injure the survivor if they do dare disarm my traps, which plays in nicely with my tactics, because they have to disarm them to get into other rooms. Cannot wait for the patch to come through where Dead Hard no longer works through pallets. So that's going to be the ultimate. Now, I purposely ignored him here. I do remember this. So we've got nearly everyone. Yeah, we have got everyone injured right now, which is great. I'm going to reset this, take the time, slow them down and trap them. Hope that they don't have Dead Hard. So we're trying to get as many points as possible to get the Adept. So obviously we've got 3 perks. I don't know how that hit doesn't connect, honestly. I don't know how that auto aim made me hit the doorway. I know where she's gone. Watching it back, I know where she's gone actually quicker than I do playing. That's kind of funny. See, I get blinded, which is super nice. Great blind by MacMillan. She did well. Jumped into a locker, so obviously wasn't confident that she was getting away. The flashlight didn't do much for her in that circumstance. Agitation's really helpful though, I find. But they've done 3 gens and I've barely done anything, so this game is looking like a bad attempt at the Adept. Even if I do say so myself. But we have our second hook. Again, not good. But they're in a position now where the traps are everywhere. So I can kind of proxy camp this area. As you can see, I'm checking around the back to make sure they don't come and try and save from the back. I've got 2 traps at the front. which are obviously going to stop people from coming into the front. So this is why I'm taking the time to reset these, because I know no one's disarming the other ones. So she's telling the injured person to disarm the trap. So I don't think they're on comms. I think they're solos because of how she pointed to tell her this. I'm not sure how that didn't hit. I think that could have been a hit. Might be latency. I don't know. Maybe the hitbox of the desk and the pallet was a bit much there. I have no idea. But yeah, so far it looks like no one's got round to her. The traps haven't procced. Almost like mini tinkerers. They're letting me know where people are and what they're doing. This Claudette's running for her little life. Normally I would make that. Again, not entirely sure how I didn't make that, but they still haven't undone these traps. And I'm trying to keep my distance because I know you get minus points for staying near the hook. So I'm trying to get involved in all of these chases, build up my points with people that are running into the center. See, different chases. But because I'm not actually downing them, I'm not getting the winning chase point. So that there is that problem. I did make sure, though, that Claudette didn't save. So there is that. We are actually camping her out the game, which I think does give us minus points maybe at this stage. It'll be interesting to see at the end, but... I mean, we've got one down, one hooked. One stuck behind this. Another one coming in. Again, didn't hit him. This is one of the most shortest dangerous loops in the game. And there we go. So everyone is now basically dead. Apart from this girl, who could potentially pick up. Unless there's a breakable, flip-flop, fuckle up, whatever it's called. So we're at this incredibly long loop, which is no good for Trapper. I don't have any traps to utilize, otherwise I could put one down one side and just run around. You can hear that Claire's making a lot of noise. I wanted her to drop the pallet so I could break it. I need to break it where she's on that side. There we go. That's all I was trying to do. And there we go. So, before we get there, what do you think, guys? Knowing what you know about Adepts, did we do enough to get it? And are we even going to be finishing the game here? Because the hook placement right now is horrendous. This is one of the harder maps for hooks. The one in the middle is golden. You want to avoid that as much as possible. That really wants to be like your last hook. There needs to be at least another hook in the middle. I mean, I know sometimes you get one up top, but this is just really shocking. So even with agitation, you can see that I'm struggling. And yeah, the hook's the wrong side of the wall. I was honey-dicked by the outline. So now we've actually instigated another chase. She can't go there because of the trap, which is great. Now she does have a pallet, which she gets to before I do. Now my main concern here is that she's either going to go and hook save, which doesn't look likely due to the health state of the hook, or she's going to pick up the down person and we're going to have to keep chasing. Got another pallet, branch off right. And there we go. That simple mind game that we caught Yoichi with earlier comes back to bite Jill in the ass. So yeah, so we're just checking to make sure that we don't have that same issue again with the hooks. Jumping up now. Running over to this one. Bink. And yeah, so let me know in the comments, obviously, before seeing the end of the video, whether you think I got the Adept or not from this game. It'd be interesting to see how many of you thought yes or no. Just a little bit of fun. And obviously you'll find out very, very shortly whether I got it or not. So you can normally tell with the pip system if there's a double pip. And I'm just resetting these to get extra points. With the pip system, you can normally tell if it's a double pip, you've prestiged. normally. You've hit the, not prestiged, you've hit the Adept. But this one, on the other hand, we even get the hatch here. So we get the points of the hatch as well. So if you don't double pip, there's a strong chance you haven't done enough to get the Adept. Ruthless killer, not merciless. So I think that gives you your answer there, guys. We only one pipped as well. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Adept on that 4K. As you can see, only with 21,000 points. So, you know, not a lot, really, unfortunately, despite the fact that we managed to snowball the game considerably hard towards the end with our trap setups and our playstyle and get a decent 4K. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the Adept, so we will continue. At the time of filming this, I might have done it already. You'll have to catch out in the next time. Peace!